Hi guys, my name is Owen Chad Boyson. I make short films, short video essays, and I do a lot of things. Thank you for being back here to another iconic video of mine. If any of you have listened to charlixcx and Lorde's new song, which is a remix of Charlie's Girl Is So Confusing, you know how iconic it is, especially if you know the lore behind it. It just feels more real. I recommend listening to the song to really understand what I'm talking about, but if you understand what jealousy is, then you don't have to listen to it. In the song, they get really deep and honest about certain things, like two friends just sending voice notes to each other back and forth. I think the whole thing is beautiful and honest, especially since it opens me up to feelings of jealousy and self-protection. I guess just taking away the scariness of jealousy and how jealousy is a reaction to feelings of lack or seeing something within your shadow that is being projected out in front of you. I remember the first time I felt jealous was when I was 8 or 9 years old. I was in school, and this was this boy who knew all the songs on the radio. And at that time, I was like a singer too. I was a choir child, and I was always the one being chosen for songs, for solos, and I didn't want anyone to steal my shine. I wanted to be the number one at all costs. Ain't nobody could do what I could do. I didn't want him to steal the shine. I was running the show, and he sang beautifully, and I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was ready to murder someone. But me being me, I was just sitting there with that knot and that warmth in your stomach that you feel that just feels very warm but also uncomfortable. In more recent years, my jealousy has become something much more specific. For a long time, I felt jealous of my friendships, relationships, because how dare you choose them over me? I know, very childish. I would then separate myself from them to protect my feelings, but mostly my ego. I always hated how that was something that kept happening to me. Instead of like realizing that there was kind of like a pattern that was being shown, how something like this kept happening over and over, but I never really noticed that this is something that happened, that was happening, not was happening to me, but something that I was doing to myself. Oh, people don't want to be around me for too long. People can't be friends with me for too long before they just like move on. But the energy that I was giving out was terrible. The shadow contains all the things that you're hiding from yourself. If you speak to it, it will speak back at you. If you look into the abyss, the abyss looks back into you. I'm so passionate about shadow word. The reason jealousy seems to rise up is because we have memories, emotions, feelings, and basically the past. All these things that we've forgotten that made a huge impact in our lives. I sometimes look back and I'm like, wait, what happened to me was not okay. It was not okay. Like you've lived with it for so long that you never even notice that there's something wrong. Breaking down interaction with people and then noticing when you feel a certain way, when you feel jealous or out of control will definitely help. When you begin to notice all of these emotions, you start to feel that there's a sense of looming danger. And the natural thing humans do is 1, avoid, 2, shove it away, and 3, break it down. We end up doing this to people where in fact they did nothing. We avoid, and we don't want to be reminded of the things that are missing, which is a lack. And if you lack self-knowledge, you'll always be blind. You'd always be blind to the reality of the world. And being open takes courage. People are going to disappoint you, but that's fine because we aren't perfect. It's a sad but a very essential truth. Accepting yourself means being okay with just being. You forgive people too for being themselves and realizing that we are all doing the same thing. It's a huge change because you start to realize how messed up we actually are as human beings. Life begins to feel weird because nothing established makes sense either. And I felt like for a long time, I always thought accepting yourself was this once-off decision, but it's actually an entire process. You have to constantly tell yourself it's okay. And sometimes we don't always want to hear it. And sometimes we prolong our emotions by putting it off. And what does that do? We repress our emotions. Jealousy is a complex and multifaceted emotion that often reflects deeper insecurities and unresolved aspects of our shadow selves. From childhood experiences to adult relationships, it manifests in various ways, influencing our behaviors and interactions. By recognizing patterns, practicing self reflection, and embracing vulnerability, we can transform jealousy from this scary emotion into something that fosters growth. Accepting our emotions and forgiving ourselves and others are crucial steps in this journey of self acceptance. Ultimately, integrating a shadow allows us to be more understanding to ourselves and to other people who is experiencing the same thing. It allows us to navigate the world with great empathy and authenticity. Here are some questions to ask yourself so you can maybe start the process of reflecting and seeing where these things are affecting you in your life. I suggest asking someone who's closest to you these questions too so that they can maybe give you an answer and see what they see this from you, because sometimes we don't always see this in ourselves and somebody else can also help us with the same thing. When was the last time I felt jealous? And why did I feel that way? What was it about that personal situation that made me feel that way? For me, it was probably a few days ago. What are some things that I want in life? When you think about the things that you want in life, you can spot where if somebody who has that thing maybe triggers you and you see that, wait, the person has what I want and I feel a certain way about it, that can be an indicator of jealousy. What or who triggers me and why? What or who triggers me and why? What are some things I hate about people? What are some of my bad habits? And I guess the last thing that I want to leave you with is paying attention to things like social media, because social media is where jealousy runs rampant. It's where I probably will experience most of my jealousy on social media, which is specifically Instagram. And I'm like, I don't even know why I feel this way, because it's not even something that I need. I don't even need to do what this person is doing, but I just feel like, wait, I don't have this, so why not? And it feels so natural. It's so natural just feel that way and just live in that emotion and be like, and that's it. But knowing that there's more after that, that you feel jealous and okay, that doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't make you the worst person to ever exist. Jealousy is jealousy. What really makes jealousy spiral is the feeling of shame. Knowing that in this world, you aren't allowed to feel jealous, because if you feel jealous, you are a terrible person. Knowing that you are not a terrible person for feeling this way and knowing that there's more after that, it's growth. It's growth. Thank you so much for watching this video. I just wanted to make a short video about this because this is something that I've been thinking about a lot, especially experiencing it myself and realizing that, wait, this is not okay. I can't keep feeling this way. Why do I keep feeling this way? As you keep asking questions and feeling more, you really go deeper and deeper into this whole thing about jealousy, because it takes you to lack. And where does lack take you? It takes you to the thing that you feel that is missing within you. And that's a video on its own, because it's a very deep topic when it comes to things like lack, but it's definitely something we should discuss. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And I'll see you in another one. Thank you.